Great to have you back. Well, parents have denied it for years, but there's a new book out claiming that 95% of parents do, in fact, have a favourite child. According to the author, middle children are least likely to be the parents' favourite, unless it's their family's only son or daughter. Apparently, the mothers always favour the eldest son, and the fathers favour the youngest daughter. Joining me this morning, author, teacher, mother Sharon Witt, as well as mother-to-be Emily Everywhere. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, as daughters, what do you think?
I do have a joke with my dad. On the bottom of all his birthday cards, I write, "Love your favourite daughter." But I'm the only daughter, so I can get away with it. But I think this is an age-old thing. I think this has been going on for centuries, since Bible times. I mean, let's think about it. Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, he was the favourite. Then his brothers went, "Well, we'll get rid of you and we'll sell you to the slaves." And then there was, of course, the prodigal son, who went, "Give me all my money," and then went off and spent it and partied, and then came back and the father went, "Oh, it's all right that you spent all my money, let's have another party." And the other son said, "What about me?" I'm sure if that song was written, he would have been singing at the party, "What about me?"
What do you think?
Look, I think, it's very controversial, and I don't think any parent would really admit to loving one child.
I've got to say, they're never
won't.
going to admit it.
No.
But as the author said, 95% don't admit it, and the other 5% are lying.
No, I love that. But I actually think there are times when you may like one child more than the other, and you might be happy to admit that. Children are children, and there's some days where they just drive you crazy, and there's sometimes where you might relate more to the other, and the other one will go, "Well, you love him more than me," or vice versa. But I think really you genuinely do love your children the same, but...
Well, I actually think you should turn it around, though, as a nearly a mother, and this is my favourite child because it's my only child. You've got to look at the positives. The favourite child has a lot of expectations to live up to. If you're the least favourite, well, you've got only way to go is up, isn't it? So
apparently, he goes on to talk about, it's human nature and your genes. It is what you really like is the reflection of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so if
we're also into
child,
ourselves.
whether a boy or a girl, I do think it's interesting. Mothers like the elder son and fathers the daughter, but it is a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
I guess that's human nature.
So if you love yourself, you'll love the child that looks like you the most.
Now, as we move on, this other topic. Now, I'm not sure you've actually noticed, but you're pregnant.
No, I'm not, am I?
I think you had noodles.
Stand up,
Very
there you go.
pregnant, there we go.
Now, where we're going here, and I think this story this week surprised a few of us, certainly me. A backpacker, she's 37. She thought she had a bit of a gastro-tummy issue.
And too many noodles.
And her little pot belly apparently was a result of too many noodles. 37, didn't think she could fall pregnant. Out of the blue, gives birth.
Okay. As somebody who's pregnant, I want to read for you, Kerri-anne. I get little updates every week about what to expect for this week in my pregnancy. And what I had to expect this week was constipation, heartburn, flatulence, headaches, dizziness, leg cramps, and hemorrhoids. How can you not know you're pregnant with that amount of stuff going on?
It's a great week for Emily,
isn't it? I'm having the best week ever. But how can you not
joyous
know?
Little person sent that along to you?
The baby centre. But the thing is, what did she think when she'd eaten a chicken? That the chicken had come alive in her stomach and was starting to do the chicken dance? I mean, your baby moves so much. How can you not know you're pregnant?
Okay, Kerri-anne, I have a story. Seriously, I know someone this happened to. It was a number of years ago. She was in her 40s and her children had grown. So she had adult children and she had a stomach cyst and it was diagnosed and she went in to have surgery. So it was quite large. She went in to have surgery and when she woke up they said, "Yes, we've removed the cyst and congratulations, you have a baby boy." Full term. And I'm not making this up. This is true. I know the boy and it happened. And she'd given away all her baby clothes. And when she said that she'd had pain, it was the baby kicking against the cyst. But the cyst was blocking the baby, so she'd carried sort of to the back, but the cyst was quite large.
That I could understand, but just a normal size, because I had a look at the photo of them, a normal size woman, it's not noodles.
There is a television show in America, because I met one of the producers, a show devoted to... I didn't know I was pregnant. They made a whole television series out of it. So I guess it's easier for some people than others.
They're in denial.
Yeah, and I carried really small, and I knew everything, every movement, every little bit of weight.
I don't know, maybe our audience can fill us in there. What do you think?
There might be
Kerri-anne
other
at
stories
9.com.
out there.
Yeah, give us your story. Kerri-anne at 9.com.au. I don't know how to feel about this next story. We need to battle childhood obesity especially. There's a childcare centre that's setting up a gym room with mini weight benches, mini treadmills and mini rowers for kids as young as 3. So you're talking 2 to 5-year-olds with their gyms. Some of them are charging a membership fee. Oh. Should I be shocked at this, or am I completely out of touch?
I was totally shocked. And you know how they're trying to make so many things adult for children, like these little beauty pageants, and the little kids look like mini adults? I mean, what's going to be next? Is there going to be 3-year-old bodybuilding competitions because that's what they're doing in the gym, pumping weights? Go and play on a swing. Go and run outside. That's their exercise.
And once again, they're encouraging kids to do things inside.
Yes.
You know, we want to get out. I mean, it's so much fun having your kids outside, playing around, you know, climbing things, climbing trees, playing in the sandpit.
And this is happening at childcare centres. So I'm trying to figure out if it's smart of the childcare centre to try and combat it.
No, I think it's ridiculous.
I'm curious.
I personally think it's ridiculous.
Sharon Witt, as always, lovely to see you. And it's
Kerri-anne.
always gorgeous to see you. How far to go now?
I've got 5 weeks to go.
Oh, and counting. So you just look at that list this morning.
I know.
And a smile
A
on
lovely
your face
week
for
of
the rest
Oh,
of the
they're
week.
looking forward to the leg cramps. Can't wait.
Yeah. Good morning to you, ladies.
Thanks.
Now, here's something that's changed lives all over Australia.